Here's how aligning your values with your goals can completely transform not just your trading performance, but the way you approach every decision in the markets. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt like no matter how clear your goals seem, there's still something that's holding you back? Maybe you've set targets for consistent profits, financial independence, or more freedom in your life, but it feels like your results don't match the effort you're putting in. Now, if that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And this is exactly why you need to watch this video today. So I'm so glad you're here. This presentation is all about the powerful connection between your values and your goals as a trader, aligning values with trading goals. So find a comfortable place and let's dive into the presentation today. Now, have you ever taken a moment to ask yourself, what truly drives me? I don't just mean what motivates you to trade or the goals you've set for yourself, like achieving consistent profits or financial freedom. I'm talking about the deeper personal principles that shape the way you view success. These are values, and they're far more powerful than most people realize. Your values are like, say, an internal guide or compass. They guide your choices. They determine how you respond to challenges and how you define your life. But here's the thing, many traders haven't taken the time to truly uncover their values, let alone understand how they impact their trading behaviors and decisions. Now, when you don't know your values, it's easy to set goals that feel kind of empty or out of sync with who you really are. This can lead to frustration and even self-sabotage. Now, but when you do know your values, when you take time to define them and connect them to your trading, it changes everything. So what exactly are values? Well, put simply, values are the principles, beliefs, or standards that matter most in our lives. They're the things that we hold dear, the foundation of your identity. Now, for me, my number one value has always been freedom. So freedom's very important for me, freedom of time in all areas of my life. So I always align my projects, my goals, with freedom. Now, for some values, they may center around freedom, as I just mentioned, and personal growth. For others, they might include things like integrity, honesty, and even discipline. Now, whatever they are, your values are uniquely yours, and they play such an important role, not just in your life, but in trading. And we're going to talk more about defining your values with self-reflection as we go on. So defining your values starts with self-reflection. Ask yourself questions like, what's most important to me in my life? Not just in trading. What principles do I want to honor in everything I do? What do I stand for? And what would I never compromise on, even in the toughest times in my life? Now, once you begin to explore these questions, patterns will start to emerge. You'll notice reoccurring themes, certain words, or even concepts that feel very meaningful. Write them down and don't rush your process. It's a really, really good process for you to do. This is about digging deep and being really honest with yourself. Now, let's talk about how these values relate to trading. Now, imagine your top value is freedom, yet you've created a trading plan that feels really restrictive. You might stick to it for a while, but over time you'll feel resistance because it conflicts with who you truly are and your value. Or perhaps your key value is personal growth, but you're so focused on hitting profit targets that you're not taking the time to learn from your mistakes and improving your process. Now, this misalignment creates absolute friction. You're going to feel it. You're going to go, you're just going to know that something doesn't feel right. Now, this leads to frustration and even burnout. So just be mindful of this. When you do define your values and you start to align them with your goals, not just in trading, but in life, you'll start to feel a sense of harmony. So take time to define your values, be intentional about it, and remember, it's not a race. It just takes time. Have fun with it. Be curious. And as you move forward, you'll start to really become more self-aware. You'll start to find that things feel more flow-like and more in balance. Now, here's how understanding the role of values can transform the way you trade and approach challenges. Your values are the foundation of who you are and what you stand for. They guide your decisions and influence how you respond to both opportunities and setbacks. Now, in trading, where uncertainty and pressure are generally quite constant, understanding your values will really give you a sense of stability and clarity that nothing else can. Now, when you're clear on your values, they act as like almost a physical anchor. They guide you, they keep you grounded. For example, if one of your core values is discipline, you're more likely to stick and stay on track with your trading plan and your strategy. If integrity is a key value for you, then it might mean prioritizing honesty with yourself about your performance rather than just sugarcoating mistakes. But here's when things or where things can get tricky. Now, when your trading behaviors or goals don't align with your values, it creates like an internal conflict. You might find yourself hesitating to pull the trigger on a trade, overtrading, or constantly questioning your decisions. Now, on the other hand, when your trading is aligned with your values, you feel a sense of purpose and flow. It's just that feeling. You make decisions with greater confidence, and even when things don't go your way, you're able to stay resilient and focused because you know what you're honoring is mattering to you most. So values also play a key role in managing emotions. Think about it. Or if you value growth, a loss isn't just a setback, it's an opportunity to improve. Now, if you value freedom, you're less likely to force trades out of desperation and more likely to sort of take a step back, even when the market isn't offering you the opportunities that you want. Now, understanding the role of values, it doesn't just help you to avoid these kind of issues, it sets the foundation for consistent long-term success. It allows you to trade in a way that feels authentic rather than just chasing outcomes. Now, as we move further into this presentation, we're going to explore how you can identify your core values and integrate them in your trading goals and journey. When you align your values with your trading, you're going to create such a solid foundation, and it's really going to support you through every challenge and every trading session. So let's take this deeper and uncover how values can become your greatest asset as a trader. So here's how identifying your core values can transform the way you trade, make decisions, and even handle the challenges that come every day. So have you ever stopped to ask yourself, what truly matters to me? What do I stand for? Now, many traders jump straight into setting goals. They create strategies, but here's the truth. Your core values are the foundation of everything. They're the principles that define who you are and shape how you approach success and failure. Now, when you're clear on your values, you start to create alignment between what you're doing and why you're doing it. So how do you identify your core values? Well, this is a good question. It starts with self-reflection, like most things in life. Take a moment, write down, and think about the times in your life when you felt most fulfilled or even at peace. For example, if you felt proud of a moment where you stuck to your trading plan, perhaps the discipline or integrity is a key value for you. What has the most meaning in your life? Is it family? Is it freedom? Is it money? Is it honesty? If you've ever felt fulfilled by helping others understand trading and even other areas of their life, contribution resonates strongly with you. The answer to these questions are your values speaking to you. Write down everything that comes to mind and don't hold back. Be curious about this. Have fun with it. There's no right or wrong here. This is about uncovering what's meaningful to you. As you reflect, you might notice certain patterns emerging. Now, these patterns are a sign you're getting closer to your core values. Narrow your list down to 3 to 5 values that really feel authentic. So remember, your values should be timeless. They're not about what you want to achieve. They're about who you want to be, about how you want to live, regardless of external outcomes. Now, for example, if resilience is a core value to you, it's not just about bouncing back after a trade. This is the opposite. It's about embodying that mindset in every aspect of your life. Once you've identified your core values, start to notice how they influence your life and trading, of course. And here's the best part now. When you trade in alignment with your values, you're no longer just focusing on the outcome. You're trading with purpose and clarity. As we continue through this presentation, we're going to explore how you can take the steps to align your values and goals. Now, here's how understanding your goals at a deeper level can give you more clarity. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you truly sat down and examined and worked out your goals? Not just the surface level goals, but really deep goals. What are the goals that are important to you? What do they mean for your life just beyond trading and the outcome? Now, many traders set goals that sound good in theory, but they lack personal meaning and passion. It's easy to fall trapped into this kind of adopting someone else's vision of success, especially in social media. Your goal may be just around the P&L and the financial side. It has to be a lot deeper than this to really kind of resonate and motivate you. This is why it's so important to take a step back and understand your trading goals from a much deeper level. Your goals are not just about achieving external milestones. They're about creating a life that aligns with what truly matters to you. So let's start diving into looking at what makes a goal meaningful. Now, a meaningful trading goal goes beyond financial figures or status, as I've just mentioned. It reflects your personal vision of success and who you are, what you want on your trading journey that brings you life, whether that's freedom, flexibility, or something else entirely. Now, I want you to take a moment to think about why you started trading in the first place. I always ask my clients this question. Why do you trade? How did you get into trading? Are you passionate about trading? Was it to create more time with your family, more freedom, to challenge yourself, or even to build a sense of independence? Now, these underlying reasons often hold the key to the goals that will truly resonate with you. Think about the goals you've set for yourself. Do they reflect these deeper motivations? For example, if your main reason is to gain financial freedom, now, are your goals focused on sustainable growth that allows you to achieve that freedom? Or are you really just chasing unrealistic targets? Now, understanding your trading goals also involves breaking them down. It's not enough to say, I want to make X amount of money this year. You need to explore how achieving that goal is going to impact your life, what it's going to take you to get there, and whether the process aligns with your values. Now, if one of your values is balance, but your goals require you to trade in a way that consumes all of your time and energy, you might achieve that goal, but it will come at an expense of your well-being. Now, when you take time to truly understand your goals, you begin to see them as the bigger picture. And this is where really transformation can happen. They're no longer just kind of milestones. They're much deeper. You understand the reasons behind these goals as you start to align your values with them. We're going to talk more about why values really drive long-term motivation now. So here's how understanding and aligning with your core values will significantly improve your long-term motivation. Now, as a trading psychologist, I've seen time again how important it is for traders to connect with their deeper motivations. Now, you've probably heard the phrase, motivation can get you started, but discipline will keep you going, right? But here's the truth. Motivation rooted in values is the strongest and most sustainable force. And I promise you, I've just seen this many times over the years. When that motivation is based purely on outcomes, it really starts to fade when you hit a rough patch or experience like a losing streak. Now, I'm sure you've experienced this. There's that initial excitement when you set new goals, but over time, that spark can just fade. So why does this happen? It happens because external rewards and goals are transactional. They're based on conditions that can change from day to day or even hour to hour. On the other hand, when your trading motivation is aligned with your personal values, those deeply held beliefs and principles, it becomes transformational. Now, your values are the driving force behind your actions, the things that truly matter to you both in life and trading. This kind of motivation is deeply connected to who you are as a person. Now, if personal growth is important to you, your motivation might come from improving your skills and evolving as a better trader. This is the power of values purpose-driven motivation. It sustains you, it motivates you, it keeps you going. Now, when your values and goals are aligned, there is a natural flow. As we continue in this presentation, I'm going to guide you on how you can connect your core values to your trading goals. This is where the magic happens. So here is for the great part. Here's how aligning your values with your trading goals can help you create a really authentic path to success, not just in trading, but in life. Now, as traders, you can often get caught up in kind of like the outcome, the excitement, hitting targets. But what happens when those goals don't align with your deeper values? What happens? How do you feel? Do you go off track? Suddenly, the excitement of the market fades and you might start to feel even unfilled or just lost. Now, that's because without alignment, the goals you've set might not be truly meaningful to you. When your values are in sync with your goals, trading becomes much more effortless than a way of just making money. It becomes a path to living a more meaningful life. So, how do you align your values with your trading goals? Please take notes if you need to. Grab a pen and paper and let's explore a few steps that can guide you on this transformational journey. I mean, for me, I did this many, many years ago. I still check in and it's life-changing. It's absolutely life-changing. So step 1, identify your core values. Now, before you align your values with your goals, you need to really understand what your core values are. What are the principles that matter to you most in your life and in trading? It can be anything: honesty, integrity, freedom, family. It's really things that have meaning for you. So what drives you? Is it personal growth or something else entirely? Write these values down and be honest and specific as you can. So step 2 is clarify your trading goals. Now take a good look at your current trading goals. Are they clearly defined? Do they reflect your true vision of success? You know, it's not enough to say, I want to make X amount of profit this year. You have to go deeper with this. Step 3 is align your goals with your values. Now, once you have both your values and your goals clearly defined, the next step is to aligning them. This is where the excitement happens. Now, for example, if personal growth is one of your core values, then your trading goal might focus on continuous personal development and honing your skills. Now, if freedom is one of your top values, perhaps your goal will focus on achieving a lifestyle that allows you to trade on your terms. Step 4 is create the action plan. Aligning values with goals is such a powerful step, but it's the action that you take that brings everything to life. And it takes time, patience, and it's a journey. So when you develop a plan that reflects and aligns with your values and goals, this plan should really serve as a guide for how you approach the markets and your sessions every day. Step 5, review regularly. Finally, remember that alignment is an ongoing process here, and you have to kind of check in and review this. So as you progress in your journey, your values or goals might change or evolve. Take time to review this. Now, this process will keep you grounded and motivated no matter what. So when you follow these steps, you're going to create a really good path that feels authentic and deeply fulfilling. Now, we've come to the end of our presentation today and we've explored many different things around goals and values. Please take some time, if you can, to really sit down and deep dive into this. It's a really enjoyable experience as well. You learn so much more about yourself. So have fun with it. Be curious. It doesn't have to feel like a chore. And it's really going to help you. This is not just going to help you in trading here. It's going to help you in all areas of your life, I promise. It's really going to help you to feel more authentic and in a nice flow-like state. So I challenge you to start this project. And yeah, please keep me updated. You can comment below. And if you have any questions, I'm always here. So here's to your trading success and aligning your goals with your values. See you next time.